Good evening. At this time, I'd like to call the meeting for order. May we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we'll be moving on to the roll call. Ms. Backus, could you please do roll call?
Trustee Aisha Kennerly,
Present?
Vice Chair Jamie Merchant,
Present.
Trustee Shirley Teller Hayes,
Present.
and Trustee Sharice Leonard.
Present.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is number 1, meeting minutes. Looking for the approval for the meeting minutes held on April 25th, 2023. Has everybody had an opportunity to review the minutes? If so, may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I move that the minutes be approved.
Is there a second?
I second.
A motion made by Aisha, second by Shirley. Ms. Backus, may we have a roll call?
Trustee Aisha Kennerly,
Yes? What am I supposed to say?
Vice Chair Jamie Merchant,
Approve.
Trustee Shirley Teller Hayes,
Approve?
and Trustee Sharice Leonard.
I abstain. I was absent.
Okay, the meeting minutes are approved as they stand. Consent calendar. All items listed on the consent calendar are considered to be routine matters, such as reports or documents covering previous Library Board of Trustees items. The items listed on the consent calendar may be enacted in one motion with the concurrence of the Library of Trustees. A trustee or any person in attendance may request that an item be removed for further consideration. Does everybody have a chance to look at the consent calendar? And do we have a motion for the consent calendar?
I make a motion that the consent calendar be approved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
A motion made by Shirley and a second by Aisha. Ms. Backus, may we have a roll call?
Trustee Aisha Kennerly,
Approved.
Vice Chair Jamie Merchant,
Approve.
Trustee Shirley Teller Hayes,
Approve?
and Trustee Sharice Leonard.
Approve. Aye.
Ms. Backus, do we have any speaker cards from the public?
We do not have any speaker cards from the public.
Ms. Backus, is there any written communication from the public?
No written communication from the public.
Moving on to youth update, and I don't believe, do we have any, did anybody receive a youth update? We don't have our representative here tonight. Okay. Administrative items. Number 3, the director's report.
Good evening, trustees. I'm going to be giving the director's report this evening. I wanted to give a library parking lot update. There were many patrons inquiring about, with the city and the library, about the inability to park, especially during the story times. So if you can see on this photo, the library side curb on Bell Street has been repainted and the permit signs have been removed from the light poles. Since this has happened, the library has received many positive reactions from the community. The future plans for the parking lot are to add signage stating library parking only to potentially or hopefully prevent others from parking in those spaces, and adding security bollards. And I wanted to say a special thank you to Moses and his facilities team and Rosie in traffic enforcement for their constant help with this project. Newspaper Archive is a newly acquired resource for our library. The database has many U.S. newspapers, as well as the Corona newspapers from 1887 to 1977, including the South Riverside Bee, Corona Courier, and the Corona Daily Independent. The resource is available both in-house and remotely. So remote use requires a 14-digit library card number, and patrons will be prompted to register or create an account with newspaperarchive.com. When you access the site remotely, you must use the link from our website because it allows for authentication. And this is a great acquisition since it not only helps those wanting to read the newspaper, but it also assists with genealogical and school research. Our In-N-Out cover-to-cover club results. We saw a great interest in our programming this past year, especially with In-N-Out cover-to-cover. The results of the program netted 722 participants and 1,300 achievement cards. To compare, last year we had 450 participants and 800 achievement cards. So this shows an overall 60% increase with both participants and achievement cards. And we hope that this excitement carries over to our Summer at Your Library program, of which Jennifer Bauserman will speak on later. I wanted to offer a very short Collection HQ update. We've eliminated over 11,000 items since we've started and nearly reached our goal of less than 5% of the collection consisting of items that have not been checked out in 4 years or more. And at the end of April 2023, we are now at 8.3%. Grubby items consisted of 4,167 have been removed from the collection, and we've been able to replace 289 of those titles with Measure X money, and a portion with the eBooks grant that we received. And since the beginning of the Collection HQ project, we have added a total of 6,314 items to the collection. Some of the items are still on order, so they are not necessarily on the shelves yet, but we are working really hard to get those on as soon as possible. And lastly, we are looking into potentially adding the diversity, equity, and inclusion analysis facet of Collection HQ, which helps the library locate gaps in our inclusivity of the collection offerings and evaluate representation of diverse populations in both our print and digital collections. And now I'm going to show you the National Library Week video that was filmed by the City of Corona's communications team.
This is Diversity in Action, brought on by your Teen Advisory Council here at the library.
Ta-da! So today we're at the Corona Public Library, and as you can see, we're doing a craft maker exchange. Today they're making ocean dioramas.
So we're here today at Corona Public Library to just let people know about the programs that we're offering.
We do have tutoring one-on-one. As you can see, it's right here. We do have computer basic classes. And we do have plenty of other classes, including the English as a second language and also the citizenship preparation classes.
Especially to adults, as we promote our adult literacy programs here at Corona Public Library.
All the class at the library is going to be free.
Thank you so
much.
All right. And don't forget to come and join us.
We are here at our movie night. We are celebrating the oceans of possibilities available at your library with the showing of Luca today.
On behalf of the Corona Public Library, thank you for coming.
I just want to add that the communications team did such a cute job on that video. So my next item is the June calendar of events, and it has activities for everyone. I did want to note that the library will be closed on Monday, June 19th for Juneteenth, as well as July 4th for Independence Day. We are actually running the Independence Day Parade, so come out and see us. Two items of importance on the calendar are the library is bringing back Adaptive Story Hour on Mondays from 10 to 11:30, and it's for persons with special needs and ages 14 and up with caregivers. And also we have a Flag Day ceremony on Wednesday, June 14th from 1 to 3 in the Francis Aldama Martinez room hosted by Vet Connect. The ceremony will have a traditional flag folding ceremony, and they will go over each of the folds, which is a very historic and interesting facet of flag folding, as well as light refreshments and cake. No reservations are required. You just need to stop on by. And lastly, the Corona Serves exhibit has confirmed dates, which is going to be May 30th through July 3rd. And if you remember, it chronicles veterans who have served in major U.S. conflicts of the 20th and 21st centuries. The library has pulled many interesting artifacts from the Heritage Room, and they will be on display. Vets Connect has also collaborated with the library for the exhibit and are going to be recording oral histories from our local veterans. And we've heard from our conservator, and the flag, the women's victory flag, will be available if we can finish the hanging apparatus in time. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping that that will happen. And we are working with the facilities team to make sure that this comes to fruition. And this exhibit is just a small way for us to thank our service members, both local and everywhere, for their service and sacrifice. Any questions?
Does anybody have any questions? Any board members?
I have one, the newspaper archive. You log on, you enter through the library's Facebook page or the www?
Yeah, so our website, the library main website, we have an area where you can log on to all of our like databases and that helps you authenticate through our servers so that it recognizes you as a legitimate patron.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
I have a comment, not a question. I was present at the National Library Week festivities on that Saturday.
Yes.
And it was packed. And the kids were having such a great time, and then you had different students who had the trifold boards with their different countries and things like that, and
Yes.
they really seemed involved. It was very well received, so I just wanted to thank you all on that.
No worries. Thank you for attending. And the staff even got in on it. We were wearing various sea creature hats, walking around during story time and just on our normal day-to-day duty. So it was a comprehensive event.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your report, and I agree the IT team did an amazing job on that video. Thank you. It's such good PR to blast that out there, so it'll get everybody excited to come to the summer library, which you're going to be speaking about next. Oh, Jennifer. Perfect. Jennifer, thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Bauserman. I am the library supervisor for our LCE team, which is the Literacy and Community Engagement team. I apologize, I have a pretty scratchy voice today. So I'm going to be talking to you guys today about Summer at Your Library, also known as SAIL. And this year's theme is called Find Your Voice, and we will be doing summer reading starts June 5th and goes through August 4th, and that's going to include various activities and events as well as the Summer Reading Challenge. This is a snapshot of the front of our summer reading calendar. And this is the back side, and it just highlights everything that we're doing throughout the months of June and July and a little bit into August. And I'll be going over most of these in more specifics later on in the report. And it just shows you we'll have things going on various nights all week, pretty much Monday through Friday. Okay, and we are going to start off once a month on Mondays. We're going to be hosting an adaptive story hour, as Danielle mentioned, and that's going to be for our special needs community ages 14 and up, and that'll be hosted in the community room. We are also bringing back our Maker Mondays, and so that will be different times. We have kids ages 6 to 12. That'll be on June 12th and July 10th. We'll have teens and adults Maker Mondays available as well on June 26th and July 24th. And those are the different activities that they'll get to do. All of these are going to pretty much be drop-in programs. Nobody will need to register in advance. We are also going to bring back our guided story walk with our park ranger. Our first one will be hosted on Tuesday, June 13th at 10 a.m. at Mountain Gate Park, and we will be doing Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. We also are bringing back Reading Strategies. So Reading Strategies is going to be a 10-week program. This is for children and caregivers, and we break this down into essentially teaching literacy workshops. We are modeling for parents how they can assist their children at home with reading, and we provide strategies for the parents as well as a story time for the children, and then an opportunity for the parents and children to work on the literacy skill they learned at the end of the program. And it's an hour long, and that is going to be hosted in the community room as well. And that'll be 10-week sessions through June 13th through August 22nd. They will not need to register. They can just show up, but it will be limited to the first 20 families. Family movie matinee. So on Wednesdays, from about starting at 2:30, we're going to be hosting movie afternoons. There are various animated classics that match our summer reading theme. And they're all family friendly, and there will be snacks and drinks and provided for them as well. We're also going to host some special story times throughout the summer. These are going to consist of a bilingual story time, as well as a stuffed animal story time we'll be hosting on July 12th. And if anybody's ever participated in a stuffed animal story time before, children bring their stuffed animals with them to story time. They get to use their stuffed animal to participate throughout story time, and then they leave their stuffed animal and they get to sleep over. The stuffed animal gets to sleep over at the library. And then the next day the kids pick them up and they get to see all the fun activities and the pictures of what their stuffed animals were up to throughout the night. So it'll be fun. We're also going to have a teen trivia night. That will be hosted along with some of our TAC volunteers. And we're going to be ending the summer once again this year with our murder mystery on Thursday, July 27th. And murder mystery is created and presented by our Teen Advisory Council. And they get very excited about that every year. Photo contest will be a contest we have throughout the summer. They will... Patrons will have the opportunity to take photos like their favorite album covers and email them to us. And then we will choose the winners, and those are some of the prizes that they'll get to win. So we have a fun art set for the younger ones, and then we have some fun gift cards for our teens and adults. And so the Summer Reading Challenge is open for all ages. And essentially, any age can read a book, read minutes, and track them, and they can earn prizes throughout the summer. So this is what our Summer Reading Challenge log looks like this year. Each of those lily pads are worth 20 points. And then once you get to the points at the end, the 200 points, 400 points, 600, 800, 1,000, you can come in and get a prize. And that is the back of our reading log. And we have the opportunity, you have the opportunity to do essentially read all your minutes twice. So if you want to read 2,400 minutes points, you get to come in and get a second prize. You get an additional book as well as a bonus prize that you can choose from the prize room. And we just want to give a special thanks to our sponsors this year, which of course is the Friends of the Corona Public Library, which sponsor our summer reading program every year. We also have Cane's, In-N-Out, Aquarium of the Pacific, Carl's Jr., Rock and Brews, Little Caesar, and Baker's Dozen. They all provide us with coupons that we can hand out to our patrons as summer reading prizes. As stated, our theme this year is Find Your Voice. Patrons can track their reading minutes throughout the summer at corona.bookpoints.org. And that's a website that they can go to. They can register their family and all their readers and their family on the same account and keep track of their reading minutes throughout the summer. And then that's how they can come in and claim their prizes as well. And it'll notify them once they've reached enough points to come to the library to claim prizes. And this is just a little bit of what it looks like. Once they register for an account, it's just going to ask them for an email address, some information, and then it's going to ask them for their reader information. And we have broken down our reader categories to multiple. Need to get to the page so I can see it. So we have our 0 to 5. So those are our read to me's. Those are family members are most likely reading with them or reading along with them. We have ages 6 to 8. Ages 9 through 12, we have our teens, and then we have our adults. We also have a category for our Corona Adaptive participants, City of Corona staff, and then Friends of the Library, and our summer reading volunteers. And we've added a new incentive this year. If you're a summer reading volunteer, you can count your volunteer minutes as points towards your overall reading log as well. And then this is what your account will look like once you've signed up, and it gives you the option in the book log there to enter in the title of the book that you read and how many minutes that you read it for. And then throughout the summer, you'll also have the opportunity to enter secret codes. So if you attend a library event throughout the summer, there'll be a secret code posted somewhere in the room, and you can add that into the Book Point software, and you get extra points as well. And we have lots of fun prizes this year. These are pictures of some of the examples that you can pick up in the prize room. We think our teen and adult prizes are pretty cool this year. We have tumblers, blankets, a little Bluetooth speaker. We have some adult coloring books. We have ones designated specifically for our babies and toddlers. And then our school-age children will have some fun things to choose from as well. And then everybody who finishes the program, of course, will get to choose a book. And does anybody have any questions about our summer reading program?
Any questions?
No.
No. Thank you so much for presenting. This sounds like an amazing program. Looking forward to it. I do have one question. Has there been any thought or consideration about having like an adaptive story time or something for younger kids, especially with the summer?
We've definitely spoken about it in the past, and we've just staffing-wise have not had the availability, but it is certainly something that we have considered, and with some staff rearrangements, may be able to offer in the future.
Yeah, I think that would be great, because I know for me specifically, and I'm sure tons of other families are in my same situation, my youngest one cannot handle the stimulation of the library. So it's hard to even bring my older one that would really enjoy it. So even if there's like a quiet room or anything like that, that we can offer for our kiddos that just need a little calm place.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you
You're
coming
welcome.
tonight. Okay, moving on. This is a quick meeting tonight. Trustee communications. Trustee Kennerly.
No, I think your packet was very thoroughly done for the Find Your Voice. So I'm looking forward to that as being one of the readers. So, like I said, very, very nice, thorough job.
Thank you.
Trustee Leonard.
Today we went to Serving with a Purpose, which is for library boards, foundations, Friends of the Library. I went as a trustee as well as part of the Friends of the Library board. And so I'll let our other trustees talk to the trustee part of it. But as a Friends of the Library board member, it was amazing to talk to other Friends boards. And some of the things that they were bringing up, I thought, oh, we do that. we already do that. We're cool like that. So it just really made me very proud to be a member of this team of trustees, as well as being able to represent our library, because our library is amazing. One of the things that was brought up was, a summer at your library events, and how it really is geared towards kids, but what do parents do when they bring their kids to things like that? And so just looking at our list of events for June and the Summer at Your Library events, and I see how many things there are for adults as well as, and I really have to commend our library for making sure that they're paying attention to all parties that might be at our library, including our adaptive hour, our veterans. Just it seems as though we are really doing our best to include our community and make sure that they are part of our library and that they have a place to go. So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Hayes.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. The presentation for the sale was just outstanding. And I think I will participate this year. I thought I participated last year, but I didn't go online and register. So this year I will. And today I did also attend the Serving with a Purpose and met with other commissioners and trustees. And lots of ideas and lots of things discussed that we could probably implement here. So I'd like to thank the Friends for inviting us. And that's it.
Thank you. I agree. I also attended the Serving with a Purpose, and it was so nice to have the opportunity to network with so many other library trustees from all over California, and some of them are commissioners and friends, and it was really, I felt like we actually we were able to brag because we have so much in place that the other libraries are looking on how they even do that. And some of the stuff, that just collaboration, they were shocked how well we work with our city and everything. So I would love for us to look into next year, maybe going to the California Library. It's gonna be association, CLA, right? CLA. It's gonna be in Pasadena. So I think that would be great if we can all attend that next year. So, and that is it. Thank you everyone so much, and come to the library this summer. Meeting is adjourned.